Hello, hello. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Paper Route Scrapbooking. I'm Nadine, and today I am working through a series on my channel that I'm calling March Madness because it is my version of March Madness is 2 scrapbooking challenges for the entire month of March, creating live online. So I have been working my way through Christy's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches, Series 14. Now, if you have never checked out Christy's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches, go check out her Facebook group because there's a plethora of inspiration in there. She has now 14 albums with 30 sketches each. So definitely worth checking out if you like to create from a sketch. I'm also working my way through the wild and crazy, unpredictable and exciting online scrapbooking game called Calvin Ball, run by the Scrap Happy membership group. And it is one of the free things that they put on every year. So Scrap Happy is a paid membership. However, they do have some free events and things that you can explore. There's also somewhere you can like pay per event. So if you want to do the layout a day event, you can pay for one try at layout a day, which is the same kind of idea with a month-long prompt where you scrapbook every day. So you don't have to, but there is a prompt every day available to you. So that's super fun, right? So that is what I'm up to this month. And I am trying to go live every day whenever possible at 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, which is my time zone. And that has been mostly working out for me. A couple days I had to go live at a different time, and one day I wasn't able to at all. So here is the sketch I'm working with today from Chrissy's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches. All the sketches in the series now are exclusive sketches made just for this series. And this one has been created by Lisa Cuneo? Cuneo? I don't know how to say that. Cuneo. And she goes by My Scrapbook Table online. So that's kind of fun, right? All right, so I pulled out for today's layout. These are the photos I'm working with because I had one landscape and one portrait, which is what's in the sketch. So, oh, sorry, I was trying to do 2 things at once. And so I picked these 2 photos of us going into the Shrek 4D, I don't know, it's not really a ride show, I guess, at Universal Studios back in 2014 when we were there. And I pulled out this collection again, Family Fun, because it had the 3D glasses in it, not for any other reason. So I thought, you know what, I can work with that. It's colorful. There's green in it. My son's wearing a red shirt. It'll go. So didn't think too hard about it. Just grabbed that one and went with it. So I was, before I came online, I was making this tag for my layout. And I was thinking, you know what, this is kind of interesting because I've heard people say, like, I don't want to play Calvin Ball because I don't want my layout just covered in a whole bunch of like stuff that it doesn't need, or I think it's weird. So I was looking at this and I was like, there's 11 points on this tiny little tag. So 1 point for a tag, because that's on the list. 1 point for an eyelet, 1 point for twine. Those are new today. 1 point for using washi. This is the washi tape that I used. 1 point for stars, 1 point for gold, because there's gold stars on that washi. 1 point for tickets, 1 point for the stamp that I used to make my lines on the tag, which was this one, and it is by Fontworks Clear Stamps. I don't know if they're still in business or not. It's an old one. I've had it for a long time. And I also have handwritten journaling on here, which is a point, and my date. So it adds up to be 11 points, which I don't feel like this takes up a lot of real estate on my layout, and it's something that I would have put on anyways because I need to have journaling. But I usually do computer journaling And this is encouraging me to get my handwriting in my albums, which isn't a bad thing, right? So anyway, I thought that was just a fun little tidbit to share with you guys, because I have heard people saying, like, it's weird, people are just adding random unicorns when they don't need to. And I'm like, well, that's not really me, but okay. I do add things that wouldn't normally be there. But so in this kit, it started out with that family fun collection, and then I threw in a bunch of things that were relevant to games, video games, that sort of thing. So I pulled out all the things that didn't go with what I wanted. So there's like a cards thing and a drama thing and some video game controllers that didn't go with what I was doing here. So I just left the things in that were relevant. I did grab one of these. This is a cut file that I cut a whole bunch of these out because I had a little stack of like long black strips. So I made a bunch of these. And then when I went to put them away, I'm like, you know what? I didn't need to make that because I have a ton of film strips, but I don't think I realized it until I went to put them all in the same place. So there's that. I also have stickers that are relevant to like movie stuff. I grabbed a viewfinder. I left these out, although I'm not sure I'll use them. Same with these. These are like old, but they're like giant brad things. Kept those out. This is the washi I started using. I kept this one because it had the clappers and the glitter stars, and glitter is on the list. So I thought if I could get a couple glitter stars on there, that might be nice. I did cut out a tag yesterday, but then I wanted to stamp and write on it, and I didn't like this side as much. So I just went into my little box of stuff where I have all these little, what do you call these? They're iris containers, I guess. They're meant for photos. And I have one for each color, and then a few that are like this one is journaling spots. And I have one that says tags, and I went in and grabbed this tag that I could stamp on, write on, and do all the things that matched with the layout. But I'm thinking I could layer this in somewhere too and get a point for the striped paper also if I want. I also punched this out of a 4x4 card for something else and didn't use it, but I thought it could go because it doesn't say anything about like specific, like doesn't say mini golf or video game or whatever, right? And then I also left this out, of course, because I want to use those 3D glasses. This was in there. I left it in there. And then these were the papers I left out on my desk because I feel like all of them could be used for something like this, even if the other side is not necessarily what I'm looking for. So we have game pieces and video game stuff and yada, yada. There is this sheet as well where I could go to if I wanted a little something to tuck or add. But otherwise, I feel like mostly I kept them for this side. I also kept that in there because it was just in there, and I thought, yep, that's fine. There we go. So that's what I have out on my desk ready to go for today's layout. And before I came on camera, not only did I make a tag, mostly because I wanted to get my journaling out of the way. You guys don't want to watch that. It's super boring. But I also grabbed some white gesso, a palette knife, and a stencil. And I did this little bit of mixed media on my background because it is in the sketch and I wanted it to be white. So I knew I needed to use something that would take time to dry. Yeah. I don't know what I did with the sketch. It's here somewhere. Anyway, so I stenciled just some heavy white gesso in through the stencil and set it out to dry. And then I splattered some white Mr. Huey's Calico White onto the paper around it. So that's what I did with that. So I'm just going to tuck that away. I'm done with it. And there we go. Okay. Now we know. So that's where I'm starting, is with, this is going to be the base of my layout. And, oh, is this my sketch? Yes. So that's my starting point. So see down here where it has like a little circle? That's kind of what inspired me to do the mixed media down there. Where is my trimmer? So I'm just going to cut off the branding strip. Today I chose a Bo Bunny double dot cardstock for my background. So it is what I would call a polka dot paper. So that's also a Calvin ballpoint. But also these Bo Bunny double dot papers are some of my favorite backgrounds to use. I've always loved them. I bought them by the handful when they were out and about, and then they stopped making them. And then Simple Stories started making something similar in their Color Vibe series, but then I haven't seen them coming out with their new collection. So I don't know. And my throat's a bit dry, so I'm sorry if I take extra drinks of water tonight. I just don't want to cough at you guys. I don't have a cold or anything. I think it's just dry. Dry. Okay, so I'm going to ink the edges of my paper before I start deciding how I want to go about this next part. So the next part looks like she took apart the paper and like spread it out. But of course, you don't have to do it like that. So I don't know if I will or not. We shall see. I think I'm just going to use like a patterned paper that I like and put it across there. So let's see. Another thing on the list is stripe paper or plaid. I could use this plaid. It's pretty. Across the top. And then I would decide, do I want to cut it into 1-inch strips or no? So let's start with, I think they're about, I would say 5 inches tall. So that's the first cut I'm going to make, is to cut this into a 5-inch strip. And then, so if you look at it, it looks like it's cut and put onto like a background. So what kind of background would that look fun on? Maybe this, or maybe this one. I like this one better. Yeah, okay. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to cut this one at 5.5. And then because torn paper's on the list, I'm just going to tear the very end of it off, which might have been smarter to do before I cut, but that's okay. We'll roll with it, right? I'm really glad it's Friday. I'm so tired today. I'm really happy too that the daylight hours are getting longer. I struggle in the winter to stay motivated and lively. Okay, so I'm going to ink the edges of this. And we'll work on this for a minute. Just a little bit along that edge. Okay, so I'm going to do 1-inch strips of this plaid. And I do love this about Chrissy's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches is that I often end up trying things that I wouldn't normally think of, like cutting this paper up and putting it into smaller strips along on top of another paper. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of cool when you think about it. Am I going this way? Yep. Okay. Just wanted to make sure I was cutting out of the right side. Something like that. And I don't know how many of these I will want. This way. That does kind of look cool, doesn't it? Something different and unique way to use your paper. And now, of course, a sketch is just a jumping off point. So you never have to do everything that's on the sketch either. It's just an idea. And everybody interprets it in a different way. It's kind of fun, too, to go into the... So if you click on the album and then you go into the comments of that photo, so of that sketch photo, people post their layouts in there, and you can see how all different people interpret the sketch in so many different ways. It's really interesting to see. Yeah. I'm liking how that's turning out. I think I want one more. There we go. Look at that. That's pretty fun. Okay, so just gonna do, I'm gonna grab a ruler, grid ruler, and just set it up above here so that whatever I decide is going to be my gap in between, it's consistent on both sides. So I'm using Black Soot Distress ink, if I didn't say that before. And this is just, I think it's 18-inch ruler, 16 maybe. And I got it at Michael's. I just like having a ruler that has all these little bits, like all the grid on it. And I like it to be clear so that if I'm trying to measure something up, I can see through the ruler if I want to. Okay, so I'm going to start there. Uh-oh, this is going to be empty in a second. That's okay. I have another one. Don't worry. I remember way back in the day doing something like this with a photo. Not in strips though, but like cutting like the outside edge off sort of and then framing it. Okay. this one. This one. So my story here is just about this ride, and I felt like I needed to give a little bit of information on it because this ride no longer exists at Universal California. I don't know if it exists at other parks, but the Shrek 4D ride closed in 2022. I guess Shrek's not popular anymore. My boys loved Shrek. Of course, they thought he was hilarious. So and I liked that it was a movie that showed that sometimes it's better to be who you are and not worry about what you look like. Because Fiona chooses to be an ogre so that she can be with the guy she loves, which is awesome. There we go. There was another story I thought about telling on here, but then I was like, no, not really. It was that while we were waiting in line, there was a gentleman in front of us who had a drop seizure. And I think that was maybe the first time my kids had seen something like that. I'd seen it plenty, but partly because of my job, but also I went to school with a girl who used to have them. And people are weird. Because his family obviously was familiar with it and they knew what to do, but other people were trying to like get involved, and I don't know. It's like, okay, I think his own people know what they're doing. Leave the poor guy alone. I'm sure he's embarrassed enough. But who knows? I guess it's scary if you've never seen it before. Uh-oh, that was a little bit too far over. I don't know. There? Yeah, there. Okay. Why I can't see those lines sometimes. They'll blur together at some point. Getting old. My eyes are old. I don't see things the way I want to sometimes. Okay. So I'm kind of excited that it's day 15 already, and I've done pretty good about staying on track and creating regularly. So that's been fun. I do have a little bit of free time this weekend that I'm hoping to use to catch up on some of those layouts that I did last weekend with the Use Your Own Products class with Jennifer Edwardson in Calgary. That was fun. But of course, our layouts never get finished. But I would like to finish some of them so that I can get the points for them in Calvin Ball. And one more. That does look kind of cool, hey? It's kind of a different way to like put your papers down. It did take a little bit of time, but not a crazy amount. See, again, I'm not seeing the lines. I think some of it's my desk because it's darker in some spots. 1, 2, 3. go. All right. Okay, so that's fun. I'm just going to ink the top, make sure that we're even across the top. It looks okay. And then I'm going to, so on the sketch, there's a little bit of a stamped line across that. Sorry, my hand's making it not focused. Do you see that? So I think I'm going to do that. And there's also like an embellishment cluster up there. So I might look and see if I want this tag up there. Before I put the stitch lines on it. Or do I want something smaller? Where is the... What paper had the stuff on the back? The journaling spots and such. I think it was actually this one. This bad one. Yeah, it was. That would have been cool if I didn't cut into it already. Nope, don't want any of those. Okay. Well, the other option is to do it this way. So just the bottom part of the tag is hanging down, which I kind of like. So I might go ahead and I'm going to punch that. Uh-oh, where did they go? I lost. Oh, you know what? Because I packed it last weekend. It's in my bag. Hang on. I'll scooch back here. My crocodile. I'm going to make a tag hole with an eyelet and some twine because the other tag has eyelet and twine. It already had an eyelet on it when I grabbed it out of the box. So there's that. Oh, my hair. There's like a stray piece of hair. I don't know where it's stuck, but it keeps getting on my nose and it's really bugging me. I think I'm just going to use a white one for this. I wish I had more of those red ones. They're pretty. There we go. Put that back in there. Just going to put it away without big. That usually just lives beside my desk, but I did take it with me last weekend. Not for the class, but for the crop that I went to. So yeah, that was the other thing I did. I went to a crop, but I already finished those layouts and scored the points for them with Calvin Ball. And what kind of twine do I want? I should use the same one, right? I already did, which I believe was this blue and white. There. I think I'm going to just take a black marker though and go around the outside to give it a little bit more definition than the inking. There's my scrap paper. Uh-oh. Aha. And that'll just like separate it a bit because those are two kind of busy patterns, but there's not going to be a ton of this pattern, so that's okay. Right? And then we have our striped pattern paper on here. There we go. And then I'm going to put some adhesive on the back. Stick that to the top. I think I'm going to end at this red line here. And then I'll just trim it. And I just have this little scrap. Oops. Runaway paper. Yikes. Okay, and then that little stitched line is going on with my stamp that I brought out yesterday, and I think I'm going to keep it out on my desk while stitching is on there because, hey, easy way to get stitching on a layout is to use a stitching stamp, because I'm probably not going to sit here and hand stitch, and I do not have a sewing machine. Fun. Oops. Hit that one a bit too hard, didn't I? Oh well, that's okay. It's kind of squished. The last one's a bit like squishy on there, but that's okay. Nobody will notice really except for you and me, right? Okay, so we are going to wipe off our stamp. This is my Lawn Fawn chamois. It's my favorite stamping tool. I love this thing. It cleans my stamps so easy with just water. I don't need stamp cleaner. I don't need anything else. I just wet the cloth. And it was already wet because I stamped that already today and cleaned that stamp. I love that thing. And this is this little case that I have for it is from a Canadian maker, I believe, called Make It by Marco. And they sell their stuff in some of the stores that I shop at. So this one I got at Paper and Ink Boutique where I was on the weekend. Okay. I think also if you're in Ontario, Paper Crafters Workshop sells their stuff. They're the ones that I got this from too, where it's like a little stand for my glue. Apparently I took the coaster with me. Okay, so I think that top piece is finished. Move this out of the way. Bring back my background sheet. And get that down on there. And this is going to be... Oh, you have to be kidding me. I think this happened to me once before. It's so annoying. How can I possibly run out of both at the same time? Ugh. Okay, I'll grab another one. ATG roulette, right? Gotta hope for the best, accept the worst. This one, because I use the reverse round ones because they're quite a bit cheaper, I just squish them together before I put them into the ATG. Then wind it on here. I'm just glad this isn't the early days of me using this because it used to take me an eternity to change this thing. I could never figure it out. But after you do it enough, it just gets faster and easier. Except when it gets stuck on something. There we go. Back on there, and we're back in business. Oh, goodness. So annoying. Oh, okay. Hot Mess Express over here. Sorry, guys. There we go. Hi, Elizabeth. Welcome. Happy to have you here. Okay, so we have that and that. And where are my photos? Oops, throwing stuff around. So the photos on the sketch have this one first and then the vertical. So I'm going to, I think, mat them, and I have this piece, which is only going to be good for one. I'll grab something else. There we go. Speaking of, here, that'll do both of them. So I'll set these ones back. Okay, so I believe these photos are cut down to 3.5 by 5. So I'm going to make my photo mats 5 1/4 by 3 3/4. Oh, that's 3 1/4. Oops. Try again. Alrighty then. So there is my horizontal photo. You use the small Tombow. Yeah, that's what my mom uses too. She likes them better. That's why I have 2 ATG guns, because she gave me hers. She was like, no, this is too cumbersome and awkward. So this way, I think, is how we were. Go. And then my title, I think, is going to go here. It has like a circle with the title, but I think I'm just going to put the title down, depending on what color I decide to put it in. And then the journaling they have kind of goes this way, but mine's this way. So I think I'm going to put it down with this embellishment area. And I'm going to cover up this side because it didn't turn out the way I wanted it. I wanted it to be like rounded, but it's kind of lopsided, which is fine. But I'm like, that's not what I was going for. Oh, well. So that, and yeah, okay. So I think I'm going to tack this down. Just lightly. Eventually I will put, what do you call it? White, like liquid glue on there, because it probably won't stick to the gesso without the liquid. And don't want them to be straight, but I always worry about making them too crooked and then they look funny. So here we go. All right, so we have our photos and journaling. We need a title. I've got a date on there already. What color should I use for my title? I could go for a navy or I could go for a black. I think a black might actually do the trick better. Of course, my black are across the room. That's how I roll. I don't want them to be too big. I don't know. What else I could do is gold. Because it draws in this gold over here. And it kind of goes with the... Who's making a big mess? Me. That's what I do. Just rolling in the mess. So my title is going to be Ogre Time. And I want it to have an exclamation. Get it? Ogre Time instead of overtime. Ha ha, I'm so funny. T. The thing that drew me actually was not the gold when I started picking these. It was the size of the letters. So in case you're wondering what led me to that. But then I was like, yeah, I could do it because there's gold down here. Ogre. There we go. Okay. That's a future Nadine problem. I'll just throw that down there. Okay. And these are on foam, so they're going to stick okay. I just need to get them where I want them. And I wanted it kind of to line up, but then I don't think it will. So I'm just going to move these over. So I like that the font is not too big, but it's not tiny. Like I can see it. It's obviously my title. Isn't that funny how they're the same number of letters, but they don't measure up? There we go. Anyway. Things that go through my brain. Okay. Ogre time. So we've got photos, title, journaling, date. All of the basics are there. Now I can embellish. Okay, so let me grab my Calvin Ball list and see where we want to go with that. So we have stars. Yeah. Polka dot paper. Yes, my background is. Arrows. No arrow yet, but I do have just a random arrow just sitting here, so we can put that on there. And that was just in the bag. Handwritten journaling, a heart. No heart yet, but you know what I was thinking would be cute is a little green heart up in the corner there of my journaling. That matches. Oh, that's not the right green. That's okay. Altenew makes like a dozen greens. When I was trying to get all of the different packs, I don't have them all. They're hard to find in Canada. And I was like, oh, I have like 5 packs of green. But and then I thought like I must have doubled up or whatever. No, they were all different. So I thought that was kind of funny. But I like the Altenew ones because they come organized by color, and that just, I don't know, makes my heart happy. I used to buy the Doodlebug sprinkles, but the price point on these is better. So how's that for I kind of want it opposite the green tickets, but I also like it at the front of my journaling. I don't know. I think I like it at the front of the journaling better. Oh my gosh, I cannot. Shaky. Supper time. Hi, Dutchie, you're here too. Yay. Thanks. Yeah, I love that plaid paper. Isn't it fun? It was from that Fun Times collection by Simple Stories that had all like the games and arcades and all that kind of stuff. It was perfect for my family, that collection. I've been using it a lot. I think this is the third time for Christy's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches and Calvin Ball that I've pulled it out this month. Okay, I'm just going to set those to the side. Heart stamp, I stamped. Date here, striped paper, stitching, a butterfly. Well, why not? Shrek lives outside. We can throw a butterfly anywhere, right? I don't think there'll be one in the sticker sheet, though. Let's see. What color should I look for? Any of those colors will do. You know what? Instead of looking for one, I'm just going to punch one. Where's my butterfly punch? It'll be faster. And I can just use a scrap of something. What is that? No. No. Never mind. The smaller scraps are not what I want. I'm just going to punch one out of here. There we go. And I'll just ink up the edges. Okay. Off my desk because it takes up so much space. Let me see. What else do I have on the list? What else do I want to use on here? Torn paper, did that. Paper clip. Ooh, we could totally paper clip something. Let's grab those paper clips. And I got a red one. You know what? I wonder if I have any of those little blue ones left. I liked those. Where did they go? They fall into the bottom, I'm sure. Maybe not. Okay, red it is. Kind of think that it should just go on my photo. Okay, paperclip, lace. I don't feel like lace goes with the ogre theme, does it? No. A rainbow. Well, this is definitely rainbow colored paper, so I'm counting that. Doily. Could I grab a little doily and make it work somewhere? Sure. Why not, right? It's not the right green. Just want a small one. Maybe something like this. Back here. There we go. Washi. Yes, there's star washi on here. A cut file. Well, what did I grab that was a cut file? I grabbed this. I could definitely get that on there somehow, right? Tuck it in behind my photo, maybe. How about I cut here? And then see about that. What do you think? A sketch. Yes, we used our sketch. Using up a product. Not. Oh, I used up my adhesive. 2 of them. That's 2. 2 I used up. Fussy cutting. Did I do any fussy cutting? No. No, I did not. But I might still. Hang on. Hold the phone. I might fussy cut a ticket. Oh no, I already have tickets. Never mind. I'm probably not going to fussy cut. It's fine. Film strip. There. Memorabilia. No. Grid. No. Well, I can't use it for plaid and grid, so I'm going to keep it as plaid. Rain. Bunny rabbit. No. Plaid. Pennant or flag banner. Well, I can totally find one of those. Let's see. Oops. Throwing stuff out. How about something like that? Find a home for that in a minute. A frame. Yeah. Wood veneer frame. I know I had frames in this one. Now I also have these little things of lace. I wonder if I could just make one. I had a good one here yesterday, but I don't know where it went. Insta. Use that frame. Oh, this is what I was thinking of. Is this little lace pattern? I could probably tuck it somewhere and it wouldn't be super obvious. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. Okay. Frog, wood veneer. Yes. I'll just grab the wood veneer stars from back here. And gears. Well, let me see. I know I have some already stamped and printed and cut. Ooh, and these ones are fussy cut, so that counts as fussy cutting. Could put a couple of them on here. Gears vellum. Do I have something vellum that I could do? What could I do? I might have to leave that one off this time. Actually, I could. Where is that? I have this scrap of starry vellum that would kind of go with my washi. A pocket acetate. Ooh, see, acetate goes with that lace piece too. Die cut. Did I use a die cut? Not yet. I don't think I had like die cut ephemera in this one. Okay. Let's see. Twine eyelet, a key. Avocado flower sequins. I could definitely get some sequins on there. What color do I want? Yeah, bunny would work if I have one, but I don't know where I would find that right at this moment, so I'm not going to probably go looking for it. I think I like these both, but I could also use a color because there's lots of color in here. I'll go with the green one. I don't use that one very often. I could, a viewfinder. I did have one that I kept out on my desk. Where did that go? It's here, I swear. There it is. Glitter. I did have those glitter stars, so I might use a couple of those. And stenciling I did here. Theme park. We are at a theme park. Faith, no. Photo corner, no. Mermaid, no. Splatter, I did that. Dinosaur, no. No dinosaurs in Shrek. A tag, actually 2 tags. Orange, yes, the color orange is on here. Christmas, no. Camera, no, but I could get one. Let's play camera punch. Actually, I have a lot that are already, which again would go with the fussy cutting prompt because I fussy cut these out of a patterned paper. Where are they, you little camera pieces? How about that? See, they're from patterned paper. I think that was from Amy Tan paper. Camera, beach, bee, nope. Shamrock or 4-leaf clover. I could probably throw one of those in there. Where's my shamrock? Punch. I'll probably just do it with this paper. Or, let me see, hang on. No. Just grab the scrap out of my scrap drawer. 4-leaf clover. What else do I want to put on here? Llama, probably not. There's already gold. Hedgehog, no. Plain, no. Tickets, got it. Sticker, these are stickers. Aqua and teal, got it. A bow, probably not. Leaf. I could also put a leaf, I guess. Where's my leaf punch? Those are really big. I don't want a big one. Just get a little one. There we go. Leaves, pears, no. Button, sure. We got buttons. Look at these buttons. What color of button shall I choose today? How about just a blue or I want a darker one? This one has really unique holes in it. There we go. Button. Let's see. Multi-photo, yes. Mushrooms, no. Although if I had something that was mushrooms, it could go on here because he lived in the forest. But a tree, nothing convenient. Key, twine, eyelet, and the color pink is not going to happen. Okay, well, let's work with what we've got here. I think I could just maybe do a little like circle of this. So I'm going to grab my circle punch. Just one like this. And I'll just put it up here, and that kind of brings those gold stars up to this corner. Yeah. All right, so let's see. We have my Insta frame. It's going to go under my tag and all the things. As a frame. There we go. I'm going to get rid of this. I'm going to put this, my little punches away so I don't knock them off my desk. Let's see. This, I kind of think maybe like here-ish. Or nope. It's going to have to go on this side. There. I think I'm going to put some leaves. Leaf. I don't know if I want more than one. I like these teeny tiny little wood stars. I might use those instead of like enamel dots for like my finishing touches. That's good enough, I think. So wood veneer, we got our little banner piece. I think maybe my banner piece can go in the same place as my, or do I want it here? Holding up my, there we go. I like that better. So it's going to kind of stick out of my journaling tag, pennant, and then my, this really doesn't go. I don't like it. It's going to come off. And then I like this darker one here better. And I want the camera away from this because they're not the same yellow and that will bother me. And here we go. I don't like the blue on blue. Okay, what am I going to do? Maybe that is where my doily will go instead. And you know what? That doily was die cut, so that counts as a die cut piece. Let's see, I kind of want this. And then something like that. And I don't know what I did with my 4-leaf clover, but he will turn up. Promise. Oh, my pop-ups are driving me crazy lately. It's because one of my subscriptions ran out and I don't want to, I have to take it off my computer. I don't want it to be taking up my, like I don't need it anymore. But it keeps wanting me to update, so I have to like uninstall it so it stops popping up. Just never think of it until it pops up at the most inopportune time. And there we go. Actually, you know what? I don't like the green. I have to take the green off and pick a different color. What color do I want? Maybe the red ones. The red ones are cool. I liked the red ones yesterday too. Or I could go for the gold because I do have a gold title and then gold on. I really need to keep that little tray on my desk. So that I'm not making a big mess with this stuff. But you know, live and learn. Maybe when I clean up tonight, I'll put it back over here. I used to have all my stuff a lot closer to me, but then I had to reconfigure my room to fit some furniture and my new like wide format printer, and now things are different, which is great. I do love my printer, but it's not always the way I want things. There we go. So there will be some sequins on there. And then the only other thing I wanted, and I'm going to leave this out because I'm going to add more sequins, is I wanted also one of those glitter stars. So I'm going to grab that. And then I will add up my points before we go. And then I will glue everything down and I will post my layout to Instagram if you want to go have a look at it. And also in the Circle Gallery if you're part of the Scrap Happy group, or if you joined, like I'm not a member, but I have an account there because I like to post in the gallery when I do participate in activities. And if you're interested, you can go over to the Scrap Happy membership group and sign up for the email list, and then you'll get invited this weekend to an online crop, which is happening, I think, tomorrow morning, if I'm not mistaken. And they're a lot of fun. And if you join the online crop, you get a chance to win. I think I haven't been for a while, but the last time I was there, it was a kit from the scrap room, which she shows the kits, and I actually won one time a while back, maybe a couple of years even. And it was really good. If I could afford to subscribe to a kit club, that would be the one I would pick, because they just give you a little sampling of each. It's not like a whole ginormous kit that you'll never finish. I really like the way that they did that. So go check that out if you're interested in joining an online crop. You don't have to scrapbook. You don't have to turn your camera on. You can just lurk if you want. But I really enjoy those ones. And it's the Calvin Ball one, so there will be a little bit of silly banter back and forth between the competitors. I don't know what I did with the other one, so I'll just put this one with this one. Okay, how many points can I get today? Here's my sticky and my pencil. And for those of you who like to see, oh, you know what I missed? The whole reason I took this whole thing out was for the glasses. They're totally going right here. I love those. Okay, that's so fun. And then I also have some word strips that I'll probably add. So like this one, it's Showtime, I think would be really cute down here. Okay, so let's see what I got. Let's start with the big points, which are for creating a layout, you making a video, posting to the gallery, posting to Facebook. I always post it on Christy's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches, and Instagram. And then I'm posting to YouTube as well. So there's a point for that. And then for the actual points for the game, we have stars, polka dot paper, arrow, handwritten journaling, a heart right here, a stamp. This is a stamp, a date. My date is down here, and striped paper up here, stitching, a butterfly, torn paper, paper clip here, lace. We decided against the lace, didn't we? Yep. And a rainbow, this rainbow pattern, doily, got a little doily back here, washi, there's washi on the tag, and what else we got? Cut file, that was a cut file, a sketch. I put that up there and then I took it away from you guys. I'm sorry. There is the sketch, and it is by Lisa Cuneo, who is my scrapbook table online. So we were at sketch. Use up a product. Yes, I used up my adhesive, didn't I? Fussy cutting. Those gears were stamped in fussy cut. Film strip. Yes. Memorabilia. No. A grid. No. Rain. No. Bunny. No. Plaid. Yes. Banner or pennant flag is this one here. A frame. Got that Instax frame there. Frog. No, but if I find one, I will add him. Good. I found my little 4-leaf clover. You guys were probably like, it's right there. Wood veneer. I got those stars. Gears, yes. Vellum, decided against. Pocket, nope. Acetate, no. And that was one of my asks because I was using the acetate film strips. Die cut piece. That doily is a die cut piece. Avocado, staple, sequins. Nope, staple's been removed. Flower, no. Sequins, viewfinder, glitter, yes. Got those glitter stars on there. Stenciling, we did that. Theme park, yep, we're at a theme park. Faith, no. Photo corner, no. Mermaid, no. Splatter, yep, got some white splatter on there. A dinosaur, nope. A tag, got a couple on there. The color orange is definitely included. Christmas, no. Camera, yes. The beach, no. A bumblebee, nope. A 4-leaf clover, yep. A llama, no. The color gold, yes. Hedgehog, no. Airplane, no. Ticket, yes. Sticker, yes. Aqua or teal, yes. A bow, no. A leaf, yes. A pear, no. A button, yes. A multi-photo, yes. My lines are getting huge as I go. Mushrooms, no. A tree, no. A key, no. Twine, yes. And an eyelet. So, you know what's funny about this is if I had taken a different route and gone with like an outdoorsy kind of collection pack, I would have got all of those. I would have been able to get like the hedgehog and the, right? Because he lived out in the forest, but I didn't. I didn't see it that way. I really wanted the glasses. Okay, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. 50 points. Look at that. How's that for a... If there were forest creatures in the movie. Oh, yeah. You saw my thing, my shamrock, didn't you? Oh my gosh. I know. So embarrassing. Sorry. I should have been looking at my comments. That's okay. Now I have a couple of them. But it's a fun way to get a little extra green on there, I guess. So we'll take it, right? All right. Well, thank you so much for everybody who came to hang out with me. I really appreciate you guys. And especially to Elizabeth and Dutchy for commenting. I love it when you guys talk to me. It makes me happy. And for everybody who's watching from the future, please leave a comment. I love to know that you are here. I love hearing from you guys. It makes my day. So, yeah, TGIF. I hope everybody has a great day. And if you want to see my finished layout, it will be up on Instagram later tonight under Paper Route Scrapbooking. Okay, thanks, guys. Have a great night. Bye for now.